Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another series review. I just recently watched Doctor Who. The episode was called World and Time Enough. And they're on this gargantuan massive vessel and Nordo is with Missy. He's actually eyeing her quite fiercely, thinking maybe she's going to be up to her old tricks again. And it's very obvious foreshadowing. I won't say why, but for all the episodes dealing with creatures that I absolutely love to hate as monsters are concerned, this is one of my favorites because it has the origin of, spoiler alert, Cybermen. And Bill, what happens to Bill is just, I cried. I thought, David Moffat's episodes, it doesn't matter how or when or why, but I will always cry watching an episode written by David Moffat just because of how evocative he is in getting us to really work our lacrimal glands. But as far as episodes are concerned, this was my absolute favorite because the Doctor describes quantum physics in outer space with relativity, and it's really quite interesting. I thought, ooh, we're going to get into some rather intriguing Einsteinian ideas here, which I really love. And while he's lecturing, Nordon and Missy, of course, they have another stowaway with them, the one who comes in, and he's blue, and of course Nordon says, "Oh, blue, I wish I were still blue." I'm thinking that I can't remember the name of the species who is blue. I do remember that long ago there was a head in a box who had that the question, of course, the ultimate question, the one that the Doctor had been running away from his whole life. The question was Doctor Who, of course. In this episode, it breaks the fourth wall, and Bill says, "Is that really your name? Doctor Who? That makes no sense." And, of course, it was just so funny. I thought, well, we know from prior episode, Doctor Who, I honestly don't think that is his real name. I'm thinking maybe they were just toying with us. Because a lot of us, American fans, yeah, we Yanks over here, we do call him that. I called him Doctor Who for a long time. Of course, I know better. I know that's the name of the show, but shout out to breaking the fourth wall, and it was very amusing. And another nod at a wall break was with Nordon and the Doctor walking through the hallway of the patients who had been reconfigured and transformed, and that was very unsettling. That was just a cautionary tale in and of itself as to, I'm thinking it was a commentary because from what I've been watching, especially with 60 Minutes, they did a piece on AI, and I'm a futurist. I love technology, but I don't trust it to the point where I would bank my life on it, and giving it sentience and the ability to apprehend, to learn, to grow, to evolve kind of makes me, well, I shouldn't say kind of, it really makes me uneasy. I think of Hal from 2001, and it gives me pause. Just pray to God that there is a kill switch involved if they decide to go against their inherent laws. I know that they probably wouldn't use the same laws of robotics that Asimov did, but I think we're getting to that point, and Year Million illustrates this so wonderfully and very unnervingly, but this is another episode that just it makes me think of that and just our times, and it's just like Aldous Huxley said, it's a brave new world and such creatures in it, such frightening creatures in it at times. And it's just this sea of information that we're lost in. And it's almost too much. Well, it actually is. It's like we're drowning in it. We can't really grasp. We're inundated, and it's almost like we're inebriated. And this episode was very telling. I thought it seemed like it was a social commentary to me, and on just the way the medical system is set. I don't know why I just felt this way, but it just feels like it was kind of making a point about medicine. Even in the future, they control pain with morphine, and I guess that's the only way you can do it, and would rather not be unethical and have somebody suffer. It's existing. That's not really living. And I support death with dignity, because I witnessed my mother go through uterine cancer, and she suffered a little bit too long. I wish they would have just given her enough morphine to just to end it, because it went on longer than it should have. And I'm sorry if that sounds morbid, but if I could do it over again, I would just say, just give her the maximum dose of morphine. I can't no, I can't do this. She doesn't deserve that. But, things being what they were, we didn't know what was going on. We knew it was pretty grim at that point in time, but it reminded me of that, the imagery, just the whole idea of them only being able to speak like Stephen Hawking does through computer. It was very eerie, very creepy, extremely unnerving, very unsettling, and I think it delivered its message loud and clear from what I could see. Superb episode. It was absolutely stellar. But the ending, believe me, I did not see that coming. I had a feeling, though. I was wondering, when are they going to bring him back? I'm not going to say to whom I am referring, but a lot of Whovians will probably pick up on my inference there, because Missy is involved. So I'm kind of hinting a little bit at whom I am speaking of. But it's very... it's very intriguing. I think, sabotage is afoot. Wouldn't you know? But I just knew, I had a feeling that Missy wouldn't, it was a ruse. I thought, yeah, she's going to pull a fast one, and yeah, she does. She totally does. She just acts all nice and polite, and she's only just pulling shenanigans and playing with a facade to it's a red herring, basically, to throw them off. And yeah, I wouldn't put it past her. She's just that kind of deviant that would go so low to pull something as abysmal as that. And it threw me off, but I thought how deliciously vicious that this would occur. And I knew, because I had a feeling. I thought, that's why he was watching the screen so intently and saying, I thought I knew who you were, but it took me a while to figure out. And I thought, oh yeah, then it dawned on me. I mean, it didn't take me long at all. I thought, oh dear, this is not going to be good. And of course it's not. But the ending of the episode was, I thought, oh my goodness, where are they going with this entire plot? Wow. I mean, I did not see that coming. It was something that totally took me off guard. And I kind of knew, I had a feeling that's where it was going, but it was just, it wrenched me to my core, and I cried. I just thought, the companion, tried and true, loyal to a fault. That was Bill, and I love Bill, and just to see her go through that, I'm thinking, God, I hope that she doesn't stay that way. I hate it. And the doctor feels completely. You should see him at his most vulnerable, and of course, beginning of the episode, we think we're going to lose him. Of course, we know that Peter Capaldi has bowed out, so we're going to have a 13th Doctor, but we don't know. I don't know. Well, they have already cast him. Yanks don't know who he is yet, which really kind of irritates me. It sticks in my craw, but you Brits get the best of everything. You're spoiled. Don't knock it, but I'm just saying I'm not a hater, but still I'm a little bit envious. But I love you anyway. As far as episodes go, I think this is my favorite of all the episodes so far, because it was just an unbelievable cliffhanger, and you think, oh, I feel very uneasy. I feel very unstable, but I'm interested in seeing where the series goes from now. But Doctor Who is all about change, so hopefully he'll get her out of that little kerfluffle. But it seems like this one may be something that the Doctor can't fix. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next. So until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, Tootsie.